What are the disadvantages of manual testing and what are the advantages? First, you have to say, okay, definitely the interviewer will ask why you are preferring automation, though you have a manual testing in your hand. Then in that case, you have to say these points, disadvantages of manual testing, then advantages of automation testing for that question. Like more time, more resources are required. Repetition is not possible manually. Highly not possible, guess, repetition. Repetition is highly not possible manually here. Okay, right. So next question will be, then in that case, again, you have to say what are the disadvantages of that one? What are the disadvantages of automation testing also? See, for everything, guys, even though you take automation or any part, there will be some disadvantages here. Okay, there will be some disadvantages here. Okay, so automation testing is also having some disadvantages, like what? It is expensive, and because why it is expensive? If you are working on some tool, means that tool requires a license cost. If you're working on some tool, means definitely that tool requires a license cost here. Okay, so but you know what, our Selenium is an open source tool, guys. You don't need to pay even 1 rupee for our Selenium. You can download it to your home. I can download, everybody can work on that one. It is an open source tool. So this disadvantage is obviously our Selenium has overcome with this one. Okay, so our Selenium has overcome with this one because it is absolutely an open source free tool here for us. Okay, so this normally if you go to some QTP or UFT tool, we require a license cost of some $10,000, something like that. But for our Selenium, not even a single rupee, single dollar is not needed, case everybody can work on that one. So obviously this disadvantages our Selenium has overcome. Second point is that, so this is required, guess, little technical knowledge is required. If you want to work on automation, you don't need to worry that I'm going to take it as a responsible how to get it, that technical knowledge to you, that I'm going to take it. Okay, is that clear? So these are all. Next, these are all the points of Selenium, guess, features of Selenium. Why Selenium is rocking in the market now? Why in market it is more rocking? Why like that? What are the reasons of rocking in the market? That we have seen yesterday 5 points. Remaining points, let us see now. Okay, first point is that it is absolutely an open source and free tool. What is the first point? First point is that it is absolutely an open source and free tool. That is the main feature. And what is the second point? What is the second point here? Second point is that, okay, second point is that Selenium supports multiple browsers. If you want to work on Chrome, it supports. If you want to work on Edge, it supports. If you want to work on Internet Explorer, Firefox, Safari, Opera, in almost all browsers, Selenium supports, guys. Know that this browser doesn't support, not like that. And it supports multiple operating systems. Some tools are there which supports only in Windows, that doesn't supports in Linux, like that. Some tools are there, but here it is not like that. Selenium supports multiple operating systems. Like what? It supports in Windows, it supports in Linux, it supports in Mac. In almost all operating systems, Selenium supports. Selenium supports in all operating systems here. And not only that, Selenium supports multiple programming languages also. If you want to work with Java, yes. If you want to work with Python, yes. C#, Ruby, Perl, multiple programming languages also Selenium supports here. Okay. And you know what? Nowhere in the entire world, nowhere, anywhere, guess, any tool is there, no tool is there which supports these many browsers and these many operating systems here. Okay, no tool is there in the entire world which supports these many browsers, these many operating systems, these many programming languages. But one thing is, compared to other languages, Java is more feasible with Selenium. That is what 90% of a companies will prefer Java only. 90 to 95% of a companies. Okay, but still it supports all other programming languages also, and nowhere in the tool, that too with the free, guys, with open source, with the free tool which supports these many browsers, these many operating systems, and these many programming languages. This is the only major reason why Selenium is rocking in the market now. And you know what? Selenium is not one single tool, guys. It is a combination of 4 components here, like Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, Selenium Grid. I told you, right? Compatibility testing that can be done with our Selenium Grid only. Okay, right, case. I told, right, smoke testing that can be done with our Selenium ID. How do you do this automation part and all? I'll tell you going forward. But Selenium is not a single tool. It is an automation suite. It is a combination of 4 components. It is an automation suite like Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, Selenium Grid. 4 components are there. So in our class, we are going to learn all these 4 components, but 90% of our classes will be on WebDriver only, because WebDriver is the major used one nowadays. And by using WebDriver, a complete application can be automated. Some are restricted to some based on this, but WebDriver is nowhere restriction. A complete application can be automated by using WebDriver only. Why? What is the reason? What for that and all? If you go in depth of every tool, you will understand clearly. So this is what we have covered yesterday. Okay, just have a glance on this one. Just had a glance on this one. Now let us start the remaining points also. Okay, this is what about Selenium in market. So these are all the features of Selenium. Okay, 4 points are there. So let's go with what your 6th point it is. Okay, all clear? Anybody having any questions, queries, guys? If any still you are having any questions, queries, recordings will be shared to you, notes also will be shared to you. Please do follow that one and come back to me if you have any questions at your mind. Okay, next one is what, case? Selenium is a purely a functional testing tool, guys. Okay, so it is a functional testing tool. Means complete functionality part of an application can be tested. Remaining features I'm seeing is we have covered 5 features, guys. So 6 7 features also there that we are seeing it now. So complete application can be tested by using our functionality part of an application. Okay, complete. Can you hear me? So it is purely, I'll tell you why it is called Selenium. So it is a functional testing tool. Okay, purely a functional testing tool here it is. Okay, so 7th point. So complete functionality of an application can be tested by using Selenium, and it is especially used for what? For regression testing. I told you, right? For especially regression testing can't handle for manual. Manually handling the regression testing is very tough. So in that case, people will go for what here? People will go for regression testing here. Okay, right. So sorry, people will go for automation here. This regression testing handling manually is highly not possible. For that reason only, people will go for automation. Anything new I told, guys? From the day one, I was saying you all these points only: functional pad, regression testing. Only these are new. It supports these many browsers, these many operating systems and all. These and all, you know, right? I covered grid also in our manual part. IDE, something like that, something, some blah, blah, blah. Somewhere I was used to give you small hints also, right? So these are all the features of Selenium testing. Okay, so sorry, Selenium. This is why the reason it is rocking in the market now, and nowhere, no free tool is there which having these many features, these many functionalities, which supports like this. This is the only major reason why this is rocking in the market. Got it? Now, history of selenium means when it has been coming to picture, why it has been coming to picture, and how it has been coming to picture, and why it is given a name as what here selenium. Okay, just have a point of that one. Why the selenium name has been given to it. Okay, I repeated yesterday's class. Only reason most of them are joined in a wrong link yesterday. That is what I covered it. Okay, right. Now, anybody aware, guess who has, why it has been coming to picture, how it has been coming to picture, like that? Anybody having a knowledge on this one? Okay, no worries, guys. I'm going to help you out. So, listen, guys. Very interesting topic here. Listen. In the year 2004, in year which year? In 2004, a person called Jason Huggins. Remember this name? Normally, this question will be asked if you are going for a written test or something like that. This type of questions will be asked. A person called Jason Huggins. He is an engineer, guys. Who is this person? He is an engineer. At which company? At ThoughtWorks company. At which company? He is an engineer at ThoughtWorks company. So daily he used to test one web browser action, guys. One action is there. Daily he has to open that browser and he has to test some functionality. Daily he's testing some functionality. Daily doing the same functionality, daily testing the same functionality again and again. People will feel bored or not? They feel bored, they feel tired, and they don't want to do that one daily. Correct? So what he felt, why should I am doing this one daily manually? Why don't I automate it? Okay, better let me automate this one. He thought like that, and he developed he developed what here? One JavaScript. So whatever he is working daily manually, right? So that work, no, I don't want to do this one daily manually, let me automate it. So he developed one JavaScript, and he named that whatever the work he is doing, that work he automated with which script here? With the JavaScript. And he named as what? He called as what here? Called as, the name has been given as what here? JavaScript test runner. Keep this name also with you, means remember this name also. This can be asked in the interviews, means in some written test interviews will be there, right? Choose the correct answers and all. In that cases it is not oral interviews, they won't ask it normally. In written test, these names they will ask it. Correct? Who has developed it? Jason Huggins. What is the first name given? JavaScript test runner. Chances are that they will ask it. Oral interviews they won't ask this, guys. I'll guide you guys. In written interviews what type of questions will come, in oral interviews what type of questions will come. I guide you everything. You don't need to be panic at all. Okay, in written interviews there is a chances of getting these questions, but oral probably they won't ask it. Okay, so in year which year? 2004, Jason Huggins, he was tired by doing his work daily, so he developed one JavaScript which is called as what? A JavaScript test runner. And later on it is named as, later it is named as, first the name is given as what? A JavaScript test runner. Later it is named as what? A Selenium core. When it is named as Selenium core, at that time these components and all, nothing is there, guys. Only one thing is there. This component and all, nothing is there. Only Selenium core. The name Selenium core only is there. Nothing is there. Here no components are added at this time. Only Selenium was there. Now here comes the question. Why they have given the name Selenium only? Why specifically they have given? They have changed from JavaScript test runner to, they have changed the name to Selenium. Why like that? Anybody having an idea why they have given the name as Selenium here? Anybody having an idea? Okay. No worries. Uh, Anybody from science background, guys? I'll tell you. I'll tell some magic here. Actually, why it has given some funny, guys. Actually, it is very funny. Why the name has been given is very, very funny, actually. But still, we have to accept it. Though it is a funny, we have to accept it because that is a real one. So now, let me tell you why the name has been given. Like what? What I was saying, in the year 2004, this has been coming to picture. At that time, when 2003, 4, like that, at that time, there was one tool which is rocking in the market is QTP. This is the only automation tool which is rocking at the time in the market. Now this QTP is called as UFT. Okay, so this is the only one tool which is rocking in the market at that time, and this was owned by Mercury company at that time, 2003, 4, at that time, which was owned by Mercury company. Now somehow UFT has been owned by HP. Okay, now Mercury company. So what is the company name which is holding the QTP? That is Mercury company. You know, Mercury chemical will be there, right? Which is named HG in chemical. I'm from a science background, guys. I know this and all very well. Anybody from learned chemistry like that? Chemistry background students or science background students. I know all these things. Okay. So what chemical language, chemical, Mercury chemical will be there. So what is an antidote for mercury chemical? Selenium chemical. Is that you know? Antidote for mercury chemical. Let me show you one picture to you all. Hold on, guys. I'll show you one picture, then you will understand. Something like funny, but still, that is the thing we have to accept it. Listen, how selenium got its name? Selenium removes mercury from the body. Means mercury chemical antidote is selenium chemical. So what they feel, mercury companies rocking, so our selenium that, so based on that, so let me develop the tool name. Now it has to rock in the market, let it become an antidote to that one. So he felt like that, and this mercury's name, he has given an antidote as selenium. Some funny, but it was happened like that. They planned it in such a way. There was a saying, even we have to accept it. There was a saying like how selenium got its name. This is how they got it. It got its name. Clear, everybody? You understood now, right? Mercury chemical antidotes will be there. For example, you got some fever, so you will use antibiotics. Then your fever will come down. The same way, mercury's antidote is selenium chemical. Antidote for it, antibiotic or antidote is selenium. So that is what the name has been coming to picture. Is that clear, everybody? Oh, Kushal, you're also from science background. Yeah, I'm from science background. I know this chemistry, chemicals, and all a lot. Understood? Will you accept this one? Something like funny, but still this is true. Harsh, your doubt is clear, ma? Any questions anybody is having? So you can see this picture, guys. By seeing this, you can understand why it has been given the name and how it has been given the name. Something funny, but you have to accept it still. Okay, clear, everybody? Now, why it has been given to picture, how selenium has been coming to picture. Now, selenium is having, right, 4 components, guys. So let's see when this component has been coming to picture, when this component, when this one, and all this and all has been coming to picture. Let's see now. Okay. Guys, one small help from you. Actually, I need to log off some little, I have some personal work, guys. Some I am immediately, I just got received a message. Okay. So shall I log off for today? Some mm, little very urgent personal work is there, very urgent one. Is that fine? Can I log off for today? It 15 minutes earlier, right? 45, right? 15 minutes earlier. So guys, I already told you I don't take more than 20 members in one batch. I heard it like already 15 members has been done the payment. So about and remaining all are on track. So if you're on track, then only you will add to my batch case, then you will be pushed to another batch, or else you will be moved to my another batch. My another batch will not start nowadays. So please do talk to the organizers, get the payment done as soon as you can. I heard it like today noon 15 members has done the payment. Okay, talk to the organizers and get the payment done. Now let us see what here. What is this one? IDE. Okay, Selenium ID, and we are going to start a very live project also with Selenium ID. First of all, how this has been coming to picture, why this has been coming to picture. Integrated developed environment. So who has developed this one? These and all, let's see guys. Okay, don't blindly learn all these things, right? In which year it has been coming to picture, who has developed it, what is the usage of this one, what is the usage of this component, what is the usage of this one. This somehow you already know. This is for compatibility testing, but still I'll explain you what happens, who had developed it, when it has been developed, like that. Learn a history. Just within 20 minutes we can close this one, and then we can start tomorrow. I am going to start our first component, Selenium IDE, downloading and installation of Selenium IDE and how to work on that one. So let me add some points on this one. Let me continue for more 5 minutes, guys, then I'll close it. Okay. So a person called Shinya Kastani. Okay. She's from Japan. Okay. She's from Japan. She created a small plugin extension. A person called Shinya Kastani, a small plugin extension of which browser here? Firefox browser. When she developed it during the year 2004 to 6, at that time, she developed one small plugin extension to only Firefox browser, guys. Now it supports Chrome browser, it supports Edge browser also. Now it supports. But during the year 4 and 6, 2004, 2006, at that time, she created one small plugin extension. So what is that plugin extension? Is that you're having doubts in you? No worries, guys. I'll show you. I think most of them you are not aware what is that plugin extension. Who joins in this batch will get the certification. Definitely, Kushal. No doubt in that. See, can you able to see this small? Where is my cursor over here now? So small ID. This is nothing but what here? Plugin added to this browser. This is a Chrome browser actually. When she developed it only to Firefox browser. Now we can add it to Chrome browser, we can add it to Edge browser, because Chrome and Edge only the two browsers which are rocking in the markets now. I mean, most of the companies will prefer Chrome or Edge. That is what. Now we can add it to Chrome browser and Edge browser also. But when she developed it, at that time during the year of 4 and 6, she has done a small plugin extension to Firefox browser. So this is a small plugin extension, Selenium ID. Can you able to see this? Small plugin extension. This is small. How to add this one, how to create this one? Tomorrow I'll teach you how we are going to download and install the application and how do we add this plugin extension here. Okay, right. So where is that one? So what is the usage of this one? What for it is used? Okay, it is used to record and play back the activities here. If any activity is there, anything you want to test it, anything you have to go it, right? That activity you can record it and you can play back it. I'm getting calls also. That activity you can record and you can play back it here. Okay, right. Got it here? Okay, so how we can record it, how we can play back it, still some points are there, not like that. We have some points. This is a lot of points are there in IDE and how to usage and all. Tomorrow I'll start it. Okay, right guys, thank you all. Thank you so much, and let's meet tomorrow. I'll come back to you tomorrow, guys. Okay, right, we can learn in depth of all this one, and then I'll show you the downloading and installation of ID, and we are going to start the practical sessions from tomorrow only. Not like manual, guess, first theory part then practical part, not like that. Here definitely we are going to start our practical session from the very beginning stage only, because automation, right? So we are going to start. So tomorrow we are going to start our automation process, Selenium IDE. Okay, right, yes. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Right, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Okay. And let's meet tomorrow, as usual, at 8 o'clock in the evening. Thank you so much, guys. Bye, everybody. I'm just closing 10 minutes earlier. I hope you understand my situation. And thank you so much. Thank you all. Bye, everyone.